Well, don't you wish you were on that JetBlue flight from Pittsburgh to JFK the other day when flight attendant Stephen Slater just had enough after an altercation with a female passenger? He said, "I've had it." He grabbed a couple of beers, as you probably know already, and he went down the chute onto the tarmac and left, and he was out of there. Arrested a few hours later, out on bail, and now Stephen Slater is a folk hero. Right, he's not a prisoner. He's not somebody to be looked down upon. He is a folk hero. So many people have come out. They want to help his defense, his legal defense team. They want to make a parade for him. He's expressing so much of the rage, so much of the frustration that people themselves have had at their own jobs, and he just had enough. And he left. He cursed out the passenger over the microphone intercom, and then he just cut out. Isn't it interesting? To me, it's a fascinating story. Everybody's talking about it. What's fascinating to me is the public's reaction. This guy has actually become a folk hero because so many people say, hey, it's about time that somebody just said, I've had enough. It seems that Slater did something that everybody else is afraid to do. What actually happened, of course, was that he had a hard day. He had a very hard day at work, and I'm not saying that he was necessarily at fault, because I know you're going to write to me and tell me how the passengers abuse the flight attendants, and I know that that's true, and I know that it works both ways also. But the fact is that he had a lot of tension at work, and he's in a high-stress job, and at the same time, he just flipped, and he lost it, and he left. But my question is, how does that make him a folk hero? Is there so much stress at jobs that people have that they want so much to quit that they wish in their fantasy that they could just curse somebody out and leave? I think there's something wrong with that. I think that this man should not actually be a folk hero. I'm not saying that he should be vilified. I'm not saying that he should be imprisoned. But to make him a folk hero, in my opinion at least, makes him into some kind of saint, that he's expressing something that nobody else could do. I don't think that that's fair. I don't think that it's right that he should be considered to be a folk hero just because he did something that everybody wants to do. What he did was not right. He abandoned the plane, he left, grabbed a couple of beers and walked out on his job. Bottom line is, lots of stress, true. But what he did, I believe at least, was not the right thing. People think that that makes him a folk hero. I think there's something wrong somewhere. You tell me, what do you think? You think that that's right? You think that people's reactions is correct? How do you handle stress at work? What should he have done? Is this actually the right thing to do or not? This is something to think about.